On paper, I am the ultimate success story. At 40 years old, I am at the absolute pinnacle of my career. Just a few days ago, I stood in a glass-walled boardroom and was told I was receiving yet another promotion. It comes with a staggering wage increase, a luxury company car, and a hand-picked team that reports only to me. To my colleagues, I am the Iron Lady, composed, sharp, and untouchable. Then I leave the office, get into that brand new car, and the mask doesn't just slip, it shatters. The second the door closes, I'm on Tinder. I don't browse. I do swipe right on guys I find attractive. I message every single person who has matched with me, a frantic digital dragnet. The very first one to reply is the winner. I don't care if they're blocks away or an hour's drive. I go to them and I have unprotected sex with them. It is reckless, it is dangerous, and it is the only time I feel like I'm not suffocating. I feel like I am systematically laying sticks of dynamite under the foundation of my own life, waiting for a reason to light the match. The reason is a slow-motion car crash that started months ago. My husband, a man I trusted for 2 decades, came to me one afternoon looking devastated. He sat me down and with a straight face told me our daughter's best friend had been trying it on with him for months. He played the part of the harassed, moral man perfectly. But I've known this girl since she was 4 years old. I watched her grow up. Something in my soul curdled. I didn't cry, I exploded. I called him a pervert, a predator, and a cheat. I threw him out. But because he had played the victim so well, our entire social circle turned on me. I was the crazy, menopausal wife who had lost her mind. I was so gaslit that I actually tried to apologize to him, begging for his forgiveness for my paranoia. Then the truth came out. He had been spotted by another one of my daughter's friends picking this girl up from a pub. Realizing they were about to be caught, they huddled together and fabricated the lie about her, trying it on, so he could claim he was letting her down gently. In reality, they had been having sex for months. He had been sleeping with a girl who was like a second daughter to us. Now he's in total denial. He's delaying the divorce, telling our mutual friends that we're working on things, and that I've already forgiven him. I haven't spoken to him or replied to a single one of his desperate texts in months, yet he tells the world we're fine. Since that betrayal, I have gone off the deep end. It isn't drink or drugs, it's a total abandonment of my own identity. My behavior is erratic and primal. A few weeks ago, I met a man for what was supposed to be a coffee and a walk in a local country park. He showed up with a friend. Instead of leaving, I led them both into the woods. We had sex right there in the dirt and the leaves. Afterward, the man blocked me on everything. But then I noticed he started following my daughter on Instagram. They started hooking up. He's one of her friends with benefits. She's 20 and going traveling for a year in January, so she's just having her fun. But one night, when he was at our house and my daughter had fallen asleep in her room, I intercepted him. I hooked up with him again, right down the hall from my own child. It was creepy as fuck, and I knew it, yet I didn't stop. At least once a week, I am meeting strangers. I have no preferences, no type, no standards. I've been with a 19-year-old and a 68-year-old. I've been with men who were tall and muscular, and men who were short and obese. Black, white, it doesn't matter. I enjoy the anonymity. I enjoy the fact that for an hour I am not a director, I am not a mother, and I am certainly not a wife. The most disturbing part is the lack of regret. My family tells me how well I'm taking the divorce in stride, admiring my professional front. They have no idea that yesterday at work, while I was supposed to be finalizing a budget, I opened an Excel spreadsheet. I didn't fill it with numbers. I filled it with a calendar for the next year. I created columns for every encounter: age, height, race, performance, duration, and pros and cons. I sat there, miles away in my head, calculating how I could manage one different man every single day for 365 days. I wanted to see what the average man looked like at the end of the year. I wanted to turn my trauma into a statistical study. When I finally clicked back to reality and saw what I had typed, I felt a chill. I'm seeing a therapist who knows everything. I expected a lecture on morality, but they just told me I'm releasing years of pent-up energy and frustration. They even suggested I look into swinging clubs or sex clubs, places where this is a lifestyle, so I can at least be safe. In 2 months, my daughter leaves. I'll have the whole house to myself. Right now, I'm meeting men in the back of cars and in dingy apartments. But soon, the doors will be open. My brain keeps whispering, "You can have 3 a week. You can fill every room." I know I'm going to end up blowing my life up. I know this hobby is going to collide with my career or my family eventually. But right now, the thrill of the self-destruction is the only thing that makes the air feel breathable.